chainsaw off in the distance there. Some tree trimming going on in the distance. So once this fog lifts, it's meant to be quite a nice day today. So a couple of things I want to do today. Redo some firewood myself, start stocking up for next winter, and try and get some lawns mowed this afternoon. Right, we better go down and let the chickens out. Yeah, can't even see the mountains. So it'll be interesting to see how long this fog hangs around for. Oh, welcome from Ohio. Good morning or afternoon or whatever it is over there. It's 9 o'clock Sunday morning here in New Zealand. Oh, 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Very nice. George. Got to replenish the straw in his wee shelter there. Do that today. William. Hopefully the video's coming through reasonably clear. What do you reckon, William? Well, they got 2 chainsaws down now. Oh, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So George is our newest calf. He's 2 months old now. So we're still feeding him nuts, but he's eating a bit of grass and hay now, so that's good. So we'll put him out with the other cows in a few weeks, I'd imagine. We weren't going to get another calf this season, but once we got a picture of this one, he was about, he might have been a week old. He was really cute, so no, we had to grab him. So we did. So, so much for not getting another calf this season. But he's got an awesome nature, awesome nature. And then we've got our horse down in our front paddock there. She's 17, but she's beautiful and she's really, really friendly. Again, just a very, very awesome nature, very approachable. Yeah, no, she's beautiful. Having your breakfast, George? I'll see. Hello again, William. We've started to give her more grass. There's some really good spring growth going on in here. It's really good. Well, that was good to see race history with your horse. I think there was some early race history with our horse, only brief, but she's got a nice easy retirement now. We still take her away and ride her, but yeah, she's a beautiful hobby horse. So you probably see right next door is a golf course. So we don't have any worries about neighbours building next door anytime soon. Our whole property is surrounded by the golf course. So yes, we've been here 2 years, we've found a lot of golf balls. Looks as though the fog is starting to break up very slightly. So it'll be good to get the lawnmower around later on today. Our grass is sort of going a bit mental at the moment. Only a couple of weeks ago we had a couple of days of just consistent rain, so that once the sun came back out after that, yeah, the grass just took off. So it's good for the animals, but not so good around the house. When I mowed them last week and you look at them now, around the house, and it looks like I haven't even, yeah, it's longer than what it was before I mowed them last week. So yeah, mowing them sort of provokes the grass growth, I presume, but that's okay. It's all part of living out here rurally. When we moved from residential life up in Christchurch, about 2.5 hours north, we only had a small patch of lawns, so that was easy to maintain, but now we've got 7 acres here, so we've got a lot more to look after. But yeah, it's a great lifestyle change. All the animals are very happy this morning. George has eaten his breakfast. He's just happy eating. We got the sheep and the goat here. So Patches here is a pit island. He was born last year, and we decided that we sold the rest of the flock, but we decided to keep him. And Pancake, so they're all names my 8-year-old daughter's given them. We got her as a present for Emily last year as a lamb. Yeah, she's 3 times the size of what she was a year ago. So yeah, she's really growing. We will get more sheep soon. William wants the attention of the camera, don't you? He's our Nubian goat. He was 4 months old when I got him. He'd be 2.5 years old now. And a big yawn. They do a great job keeping the grass down. They also trim. William, you can see where he trims. About there. He trims right out through the fence, which is good, keeps the edges down. Don't you? He's a little rascal, but we love him. Oh, you don't have any? You wish you could have goats? Is it fencing, or you just haven't got one, or? I did a little bit of studying before we got them. But we had this fencing put up when we bought the property. This whole front paddock here, right out to the roadside, had no fencing whatsoever when we bought the place. So you can imagine that cost quite a bit to get done. But what a difference, and it gave us the opportunity to turn this into a paddock to have animals, and because it was just up the back here as well, and out here was just overgrown. Like the grass was so long, you just, if we had animals in there, you wouldn't be able to see them. And where that semi-dirt patch is there, so there was a huge burn pile in here when we first moved in. I didn't light it, I ended up just getting rid of it all and dumping it, and there was plenty of wood in there that we used for firewood the first year that we were here, so that started to grow back quite nice. And this whole back paddock here, we're still tidying it up, but they used to run a sort of a firewood sort of site up here, so there was just machinery, there was wood, there was logs, you name it. It was a big mud bath mess up here, but we've slowly turned it back to nice pasture for the cattle. So that forest, all those trees there, are all in our property as well. And we've also got a creek that runs through there, so the cows are down in that part at the moment. There's plenty of grass up the front of the property and through the forest area. Once they've eaten that down, we're just trying to let this grow as much as we can, and then we'll let them back out up here. We might just strip feed up here a little bit. But even where that driveway part is, that was just mud all the way up, where they were driving trucks and trailers and tractors and stuff every day up there. So a lot of the locals, we even get good comments from the locals and the golfers. You know, it's much more pleasant for them to see as they come up the hill when they come down to this green here. We're getting there slowly with it. What a pleasant morning. Apart from the fog, it's very pleasant. I'll take you down the front and we'll go and see the cows. Sorry about the shakiness on the camera. Oh yes, the car garden. I'll run you down to that shortly. We're starting to get flowers now. We replanted some flowers at the start of spring. That's another item that a lot of people walk past this property and always comment about. Back at my old place when we were up in Christchurch, I had a half car out the front of our property with flowers growing out the bonnet. Out of the engine bay, I should say, sorry. And that certainly created a lot of attention. Oh, there's one of them. Hopefully you can still see this. So they've finished off the baleage there, but we haven't been too concerned about bringing another one down just yet because they've got plenty of grass. Yes, Lukey. Oh, the creek has dried up. So Leaky, we've had him 2 years. And we've got Henry in the middle. And we've got Lily up the top there. So they're yearlings now. Again, this part here, we've got the fence line there between the golf course and we head up into our forest. This is looking amazing in here. This was just an absolute mess before we put the cows in here. They've done a great job keeping it down. I do need to do a bit of strimming along the fence line here. I've got all this that leads up the hill to the back of the house, so the water troughs up the top there. And then where that tree is smack bang in the middle of the screen, there's a wee driveway. When we bought the place, it was actually a slip. Part of the bank had collapsed and it had blocked that part of the driveway, and it'd been like that for years too. There was all sorts growing out of it, so we had a contractor come in to clear that up. So now we can get our tractor and trailer right up into the middle of the forest, and there's just wood piles galore in there of old fallen trees, cut limbs and stuff that we trim up for firewood. We're not cutting any of the natural trees, we're only cutting the ones that have fallen over in the wind. A lot of old stumps. Again, right in the middle. I don't know why they had put it there, but it looked as though it was the start of a burn pile. I don't know why they'd start one in the middle of a forest, but anyway, so I've been slowly clearing that away. It's looking much better now. Here comes Lukey. Here he comes. So that's our front driveway. We'll just walk down the footpath here. And this will take you to our second driveway where our flower garden is. Or the car flower garden, I should say. That's the chicken area. Still quite foggy. Sorry about the shakiness. We're just coming up to the old car garden art now. This is our second driveway. So this drainage dish, oh, I better clean that out. Again, we only found this when we moved in here. was all blocked up with dirt and actually had grass growing up over it. So I dug it all out. There's a wee pipe that heads under the driveway out to the ditch there. Put a rock feature up. Oh, a few flowers coming through now. There's a few leaves from the tree. Growing nicely. Each night after the sun's gone down, I come down and give them a wee water. Here's the tree branch. A few videos ago, was it last weekend? Maybe the weekend before. We'd lost a branch in the wind, and it was actually covering the garden art car, so we'd come down and trim it up. There's a video of that there. Thankfully no damage. Yeah, it is looking good. I'm happy with those flowers coming through. So last weekend, the father-in-law and I put this post in. So what we're going to do here, from that post to there, we're going to put another Taranaki or Bushman's gate. It just consists of sheep netting. And it's just cheap fencing basically. So it just gives the property extra protection. If the cows are up the top there and they possibly bust through the hot tape wire there, they can't get out onto the road. So we'll finish that off soon. We've done another one up the top. This is Elsie's pad. It looks like snow in there, doesn't it? So that's from that tree there. Hello, Elsie. So when we put the fencing in around this front paddock, we were originally not going to put a gate down in here, but the contractor says, I recommend you putting a gate down the bottom, because in the middle of winter it can get quite wet and slippery here, and trying to get up through the top gate with a tractor or something without ripping the ground up or possibly getting stuck. You see, if we put one down the bottom, you can come in through the bottom gate. And yeah, no, he was spot on. It's worked in really good bringing in hay bales for Elsa and just come on the bottom gate here. And again, we weren't going to separate this paddock with the middle fence. The contractor's like, yeah, put one in, and yeah, he was right with everything. So we put that one up the middle as well. Looking good. Can you hear people, Elsie? So these hay nets are well worth getting. Next to no mess while she's eating. Before we had the hay net, there'd be lots of mess on the ground. The problem is with all the mess, they trample all over it and it gets wet, and yeah, it just turns to mush and it's just not usable. Whereas this hay net, so much less mess. Savings we get now with the hay net over the hay bales is phenomenal. Our wee house on the hill. We've put these solar lights up the side of the fence line here, all the way down the front. Looks really good at night time. So there we are, a little tour, checking on the animals. So I think I'll go and make another cup of coffee. And then we'll get started, get the tractor out, get the chainsaw out, get the mower out, and just start getting some more chores done. I'll get the camera out and do some filming. Hopefully have another video up tonight. But thank you very much for coming on board with this live stream this morning. Appreciate the comments as well. Appreciate it very much. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next live again soon. Take care, everyone. Yeah, you have a great day as well, or afternoon, evening. Thanks for all your comments. Thank you very much.